Hello, I've promised some more nail art designs, so let's get started. For these two designs that I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to combine a couple different techniques, and I'm going to use more than one type of embedding. So I'm going to do glitter as well as like some little glitter flake things. The first coat for both of the designs is going to be the iced coral, and it's just one thin layer, and that's how you do it on the nails, just one thin layer, and it's going to go in the lamp for 2 minutes. For this design, we still have the iced coral as our base. We're going to come in with a different color of glitter. And this is Martha Stewart turquoise for those of you that need to know. I'm going to bring in my barely damp gel brush again, press into the glitter, and just wipe it into the tacky layer. You really want to make sure your brush is barely, hardly damp. Otherwise you'll wipe off the tacky layer and the glitter won't stick. So make sure that you dry your brush off after you wipe it through the alcohol so it's just moist enough to hold the glitter but not so wet it takes off the tacky layer. Once you've got it covered, pull down to pull off the excess. Go side to side to lay it all smooth, and pull down again to finish smoothing it out. And then you can add top coat. Again, separate top coat for glitter work is always a good idea. You want your top coat layer to be nice and thin. I know it looks like I took a lot on here, but ColourPops take a lot of top coat to get all the way down to the end. Okay, so you've got your glitter into the tacky layer, we top coated it, and now it's going in the lamp for 2 minutes. For this one, I'd like to add some kind of a dimensional look to the glitter. So I'm going to come in with some little white holographic-ish shredded glitter pieces. You can get these like from Debbie D at beautytech.com. I'm just going to pick those up with my gel brush and pat them into the glitter. I'm not going to completely cover it, I'm just going to kind of put some random, and then I'm going to make sure and smooth those down. I don't want any of those little shreds sticking up. And see how it just kind of makes the glitter look deeper in some places? It's a lot more obvious in person. I'm going to top coat that for 2 minutes and move on to the next step after I cure it. If you choose, this nail could be complete. It could be the finished nail, that's the way you want to leave it. Or we can get a little interesting and bring on yet another layer of shellac. I'm just taking Rock Royalty, making sure it's a nice thin layer over the entire nail. So that I have coverage for the most part, but I still want to be sure I'm keeping it thin. Then I'm going to come in and actually carve out part of the shellac to create a design. The brush I'm going to use is kind of an angled nail art brush. And I'm just going to start at one side and turn the brush as I go to kind of bring the stripe to a point. Let's scoot this back so you can see. I'm going to wipe the brush out in alcohol, dry it off, and come on from the opposite side. And just keep doing that all the way down the nail. The stripes don't have to be perfect. They don't have to match. They don't have to go completely from one side to the other. And if I want to, I can even go in and clean them up. So here where this one got a little wavy, if I just want to go in there and pull that out, I can. If I want this one to come to more of a point, I can pull the point out. If I want to clean this up, and just go right in there and pull out what I want. If I want to bring this to more of a point, I can. So now we've basically combined two elements. So make sure that you're really charging accordingly, because you've basically done two different nail art designs. We'll cure this for 2 minutes and then top coat it and cure for 2 minutes, and that design is finished. After 2 minutes, we're going to take a nail out of the lamp and we're going to add glitter. I'm just using good old Martha Stewart glitter from my favorite hobby store, Hobby Lobby. I'm just going to press, I'm using a Brisa gel brush, just barely moistened with alcohol. Just pressing it into the glitter, and then I'm just going to rub it into the sticky layer of the nail. Just all over the place. Once I feel like I've got all of the sticky layer covered, then I'm going to brush down to take off the excess, brush side to side to smooth it out more, and brush down one more time. That should smooth out the glitter and remove excess. For this design, I picked kind of a purple glitter that has some iridescence to it. It's called Sugar Plum, for those of you that need to know. After I have that smoothed in, I'm going to top coat it. You'll want to make sure that you're keeping a separate bottle of top coat strictly for glitter work, because you're going to get random pieces in there. And I know the top coat looks like I'm putting it on kind of thick, but it's actually just because I had to grab enough to cover the color pop. It takes a lot of top coat to do color pops. So you would top coat the glitter and then cure the nail. We're going to stick that in the lamp for 2 minutes. If you want to add some dimension to the glitter, an optional add-on is you can take some little pieces, and you can get stuff like this from Debbie D at beautytech.com or tons of other places. These are from Debbie D. I'm just going to pick them up with my gel brush like I did the glitter. I'm just going to tap them into random places and see how they just kind of give some depth to the glitter. They just add some oomph. This is an optional step, so if you don't have these little pieces, or if you don't want to mess with the extra cure time, you most certainly do not have to. I just like the extra that it adds to the design. Then we're going to top coat that and throw it in for another 2 minutes. For this nail, I've promised to show some swirls. So I'm just going to use the Rock Royalty again, since I've already got it out. And again, this nail could have been a design just the way it was. We didn't have to come in here and add the etched out design. So we're basically doing 2 types of nail art, and we need to charge accordingly. To do the swirls, I like to start off with just a smaller detailing brush and begin the swirl. So I'll swipe part of a swirl in and clean off my brush, swipe a swirl in and clean off my brush. Then I'm going to switch to a marbling tool. I'm actually going to use this end. Can you see that? And that's how I get the smaller edge to my swirls. So I come in and carve out part of it with the brush, and then another part with the marbling tool. And let's say I decide I want to add some more swirl here. And one over here. And your design's going to close pretty quickly, so you want to make sure you're not dinking around a lot. And if you're going to do this on all the nails, you may end up locking some of them for 10 seconds into place. So that you can finish all of the nails before the design closes up completely. But notice where we added those extra flakes on top of the glitter, how much more dimensional this design looks. It's almost like you're seeing down into it. Very cool. That's all for today. Hope you guys had fun. Enjoy.